when it comes to the universe, there's just so many surprises, like life inside a planet you don't even know about. And some people want to take that over and make them their prisoners. So that's why you have these heroes to help you. Like for example, Team Bomberman and Team Kirby. I know we have a lot of people in Team Bomberman, so that's what we're gonna use 4. We're gonna use White Bomberman, Black Bomberman, Red Bomberman, and Blue Bomberman. So, I'm Best Jumper, and we'll see who will win on Unlimited Royale. Dreamland 1 was peaceful places on the universe, of course, in the Kirbyverse. But usually villains, try to take over the world in their planet. And guess what they need? A hero. A warrior named Kirby. Usually they have Meta Knight, but usually he does his own business and usually just saves himself with his own crew on the board. But Kirby is just the right person. He also lives on a dome in the fields. But if he needs to save the world, he will gladly do so. With his abilities, we'll start off with the basics. So first of all, with him, we'll just go over the rest of the team after we deal with him first. So basically, we all know that Kirby has the ability to inhale, which also can spit stars out of his mouth, but the other part we'll explain later. What also he can do is do a slide attack move to his opponents, also can use his guard, to protect himself from attacks. But that's not all. Like I said earlier, also has the ability to inhale, also copy another person's ability. Like Beam Kirby, Hammer Kirby, Ice Kirby, Water Kirby, Fire Kirby, Sword Kirby, Beetle Kirby, and tons more. There's 3 ways you can use these abilities. For number 1, there's the copy palette. The copy palette is a space in his stomach that you can import and extract his abilities. Such as if I say that I'm a Sword Kirby and I need a Fire ability, so I switch it out in the copy palette or replace it and I use that Fire ability now. So that's basically how it works in the Kirbyverse and his own palette space. For number 2, Kirby can enlarge or slash use his super move, such as like their Sword and Hammer Kirby can either 1 swing it around to his opponents and for greater damage, or number 2, he can either, such as the likes of Ice and Fire Kirby, can unleash a great flames or slash ice to his opponents for great damage as well. Or number 3, mixing his abilities. Okay, in the game in Kirby 64, he has the ability to mix his abilities, such as Fire and Rock makes Volcano, or Ice and Rock makes Curling Stone, or for a more further example, Fire and Sword makes the Sword of Fire. And like I said earlier, I'm only going to review Kirby's side for a little bit because, he's been here before. So I'm going to review only the strongest feats he has. And also be the shortest as well for this info, except for the other characters. So let's begin right now. Okay, let's start with strength. Kirby is strong enough to easily throw enemies into bigger boulders strong enough to destroy them. Also, even strong enough to throw King Dedede into outer space, which is pretty strong if you ask me. Also, even strong enough to even use a bat to hit a meteor at least 10,000 light years old. Okay, now that is interesting, really interesting. Okay, as well, he can also crack planets in half. Okay, now I'm scared. Also, Kirby can beat the likes of Galactic Knight, King Dedede, and Meta Knight. Also, he can beat the likes of enemies who can at least make galaxies made out of paint. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Wait, so if the galaxies made out of paint, how would they... Never mind. Anyway, Magor can at least be a universal scale, since he stated that he can literally make the whole universe bow down to them. And we can clearly see in the background King Kite literally can do that. I mean, look at the background. You can literally see he can manipulate and create rally warping behind him while battling. Heck, he can even create like a black hole. Not only that, he also survived the black hole, also can outpace it. Makes him have some massively faster light speeds. Since black holes can suck up light itself. Basically, what I'm saying is that overall he may be a puffball, a pink puffball in fact, but it does not mean he's one of the weakest of all. Okay, does anyone know about King Dedede? Yeah, the guy who stole everyone's food. Well, Kirby came in and saved the day, and he came to spotlight, but King Dedede couldn't handle it, so he had to be the bad guy, and King himself. After that, he became stronger and more gear in his hair. So before we talk about strength, durability, and speed, we'll just talk about his weapons and experience for Kirby, okay? I got it. Okay, so in the games, we see that King Dedede has 4 hammers, at least, okay? So he has the original hammer, you know, he always tries to defeat Kirby with, and number 2, he has the Mecha Hammer. The Mecha Hammer is basically a hammer, but way stronger, okay? You can do the likes of shooting rockets, can become a flamethrower, when being hit on the ground can create big shock waves, also a mask to keep his identity a secret. For the 3rd hammer, we have the Star Rod Hammer. Yeah, this is way stronger than the other hammers he has. Okay, so he has the ability to make 64 copies of himself. Not strong as him, but just copies to, you know, to tag enemies with. Lets him have the ability to smash his hammer to the ground at high speeds. Lets King Dedede spin his hammer at high speeds as well. Can also stop on the ground to make shockwaves. Can make bigger shockwaves than the Mecha Hammer. Can also slam his hammer to the ground so hard he creates a small explosion. Can change his size and create energy beams. Okay, I know this hammer is kind of useless, but I mean, he has this hammer so you can switch Kirby with. I mean, he can also for a weapon as well. I mean, can we do that as well? Actually, did you know that King Dedede is smart? Yeah, because he has a bunch of mechs. I mean, 3 mechs. And that's pretty amazing. I wonder they didn't try that in the first game. Anyway, can we just talk about the abilities you can do with their hammers? Well, first of all, he has the ability to use elements, such as water, electricity, fire, and many more. I mean, look at this dude. He looks like a boss. As a matter of fact, King Dedede can actually use electrokinesis, actually. Huh. Who knew? Also, he can throw his hammer like a boomerang. He can actually throw his hammer like a boomerang. That's breaking the laws of physics here, people. And also, he somehow learned the ability to fly, just like Kirby. And you say that penguins can't fly. Everyone knows that science is wrong. Also, another thing that King Dedede can do is absolutely absurd, but he can actually create objects out of nowhere. Apparently. Moving on. Just like Kirby, King Dedede has the ability to inhale just like Kirby, except his inhale can actually increase more and more each time he inhales. Also, another thing that King Dedede can do is also swim underwater. With his hammer, he can actually create shockwaves of 3, apparently. Can shoot out a spear of his hammer, apparently, and engulf his hammer on fire to destroy stones. Apparently. Also, another thing King Dedede has is a punch gun. Basically what it does. A gun that punches people. I mean, hey, it's even in real life. I mean, check this thing out. Look at this. It's actually in real life, I just looked it up. Okay, also in this battle you can use is the DDDs. Okay, so I know you're saying it's mostly outside help, but actually, at times in time, he can actually use them as a weapon. For example, throwing them. The other thing that King Dedede has is a star, which for some reason, makes him the size of Godzilla. Yeah, which increases his size and strength. Okay, let's start things out with strength, speed, and durability. Let's start things off with the likes of Dark Metadite. Dark Metadite is basically a copy version of Metadite actually from the mirror dimension. And he's able to defeat the likes of him actually and put him in a mirror and break it into pieces, making Kirby and the gang try to fix it to save Metadite himself. So, meaning that King Dedede can actually defeat the likes of Metadite. So that's surprising, actually, to think about it. That's not all. King Dedede actually went toe-to-toe with Kirby himself, but never actually defeated him, but we can still say he can still scale to him. Defeated the likes of himself, no, literally his clone self, Shadow Dedede. You can say that's King Dedede's faker. Can defeat the likes of Malgor, Lindaya, the four-headed dragon, and Galactic Knight. Now, this could be interesting. Not only that, but King Dedede can also survive attacks from like some Kirby, Mennonite, and also from the clones he defeated, like Galactic Knight, Dark Mennonite, and his own clone itself. Also, he can survive black holes. Also, he can also outpace a black hole, just like Kirby. Also, can outpace the likes of lasers and lightning. But let's be real here. His weaknesses include being a big dum-dum, which he also happens to be a king of all the wild DDs. Also, many times, he's being controlled by higher beings and being used as a weapon. And also, if he loses a hammer, then I'm pretty sure he'll be more powerless than ever. And also, some of the items that he also included takes time to actually get, so while in battle, he needs to find a way to get those weapons. For example, the mechs. Also, with his abilities, he can't, use elemental abilities unless he actually gets enough power to do so. Like, for example, Fire Hammer and the Ice Hammer. Then let me tell you, he's one of the most strongest kings out there. But let's go to the third warrior of the bunch. Next up, we have Mennonite. And yeah, to be honest, I feel like he's more edgy more than being nice. I know he's, how do I put this? Not good, but, hey, at least it's good for Planet Popstar. Except that one time he wanted to battle Galactic Knight for himself, and the price of almost killing the entire race of Planet Popstar. Anyway, since he has wings, you can probably know that he can fly, but at a normal rate, he can actually fly at 26.40 miles per hour, and that's at all. And also due to his wings, he has a more better chance of finding his opponents while airborne, so meaning that he can either most likely dodge and attack at the same time. And also, if you don't believe me that he's edgy, then why do he has a cape? Oh yeah, because he uses it to teleport into different places at once, and also uses it to attack with great speed. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, moving on. Also, he has a ship! And this is where he can do the Power Rangers fusion with Kirby's Robobot suit. Which is awesome, if you ask me. Also, with an added bonus, he has his own face, which is glorious. And also, to get more weirder, he has a thing called Meta Points, which has, lets him during battles, such as Meta Quick, which increases his speed, but only for a short amount of time. Healer, which heals all of his health. The Galaxia Darkness, which of course brings in the ultimate attack with Galaxia, of course. And his final attack is that he brings a bunch of Mennonites. Literally clones of Mennonites to attack a foe. But judging on the attack itself, it doesn't do the same damage as him though. You get it? Because it doesn't really have the same strength, speed, or durability as the original Mennonite itself. And you'll be wondering, what the freak is a Galaxia? Well, it's actually a sword, which Mennonite wields. It has more strength and more durable than a regular sword. And as a bonus, it lets you swing it at high speeds. Let's see what Mennonite has in his hands. So, he defeated the likes of Galactic Knight, we all know that he is able to be the strongest person in the whole galaxy. Mennonite also can go toe-to-toe with Kirby, which he defeated the likes of Malgor and King Termina and defeated King Dedede, but we're not sure that Mennonite can actually defeat King Dedede yet. But let's not talk about that, and we'll just talk about more of the bosses he actually defeated and what strength he has. Also, with his durability, Mennonite actually took some blows from the likes of Kirby and all of his bosses, so we can very say that he is very durable for his own right. Also, apparently, again, has the speed of FTL and massively faster in light, due to the fact that he can actually fly to planet in seconds. I mean, if this is of course he has wings, so that kind of makes sense, but with that kind of speed, I'm pretty sure a dragon can't even go at that speed. But of course, all knights have their weaknesses. First of all, speed. Okay, never mind, not speed. But he has some difficulty of actually defeating an enemy. First of all, being Kirby. We all know what happened at Turtle Montage. Also, in times, his sword can be lost, and like King DDD, he'll be powerless without it. And also, in some cases, his ship always gets explode. And Meta, you gotta stop keeping that ship not being exploded. You gotta stop with that. It's like your habit. Sometimes in fights, Meta Knight actually needs help from his teammates, like Kirby, King DDD, and Bandit DD. But he could be of a jerk, so he would just deny the help from them sometimes. But overall, a 10 out of 10 warrior. Well, the next song we have is Bandit D. And this is a short one, so thank God, because this is getting a little bit of a 16-minute research for Team Kirby. But let's just get right to it. His weapon of choice is a spear, which he can actually throw infinitely, and actually use it as a helicopter, but for a short time, of course. Also, he has the ability to jump like 3 times in the air, but also floaty, so making him at least going to fair and far distances, make him easy for him to go through. Also has the ability to teleport to his teammates. Wait, he can actually do that? Also, just in case that when the teammates are, almost dying, you can actually give him some healing items. Also can turn to a submarine to go underwater. Also has a cannon to shoot people with. Also, somehow he can calm down the king. I'm not thinking anything bad, but anyway, with strength, durability, and speed, he can actually compare them all to the team by, Malgore and stuff, you know the deal. But with his weaknesses include being only team member with not enough experience with fighting, because he's only been in 2 games so far. I know a spear does help while in battle, but if you face someone more than just a spear, then I'm pretty sure I will pick a different weapon. Also, in the team, he is the weakest one, is because in the game, we can see that Bandit D was literally destroyed by Kirby. But overall, Bandit D and the Kirby team have been through a lot, and some have their weaknesses. But together as a team, they're the most popular and the most strongest team in Popstar. When it comes to Bomberman, he's one of the greatest characters on par with Mario, Sonic, Crash Bandicoot, you name it. But we're not talking about which one's the greatest, we're just here to talk about what they have. And of course, this is on a team, so let's just discover what they have, and which one does not. First of all, we discussed White Bomberman already, so I'm just gonna do a short preview of what he has and what he has not. So, first of all, he has bombs, of course. That's one of his main weapons throughout the games. Anyway, he has different types of bombs actually. One being the water bomb, which takes out fire with ease, also does damage of course, and also the electric bomb, which of course brings electricity out of the bombs itself. Also, he has a black hole bomb, which he can also escape from and launch to his opponents, like a freaking black hole of course. He even has a bomb that stops time completely, for a few seconds of course. bombs that can create tornadoes, bombs that have ice and make you freeze, and bombs that have so much firepower that can cover up the whole battlefield itself. I mean, of course, ordinary bombs, of course. Completely ordinary bombs that people use these days. Also, with just a bomb, you can actually destroy a black hole. Now, just imagine with a bigger bomb. Yeah, what you thinking about for a second? Also, with power-ups, he have some things to help him during a battle, such as the kick bomb, which, lets him kick a bomb, which is planted. Skates lets him go faster. Okay, I know that sounds stupid, but we'll just deal with it, okay? And even has a whip. No, I mean, not literally a whip, but just a memory cartridge of Simon Beltman's whip, which he can use to attack people with. Okay, let's go into some feats. First of all, with physical strength, he's able to lift a volcano-sized bomb with complete ease, able to defeat beings who are able to create the Bomberman verse and actually create more universes, but doesn't really want to because they want to delete / destroy a universe, then create another one because they thought that this universe was garbage. But it's not totally garbage since, they actually defeated the being, now actually making the Bomberman verse still be here to this day, and actually took some hits from those beings. So we can say these Bombermen are pretty durable, and also it will have the reaction speed of dodging and getting out of a black hole. And I know I'm actually serious. So yeah, that's it for Bomberman. So again, please check out the original video, Bomberman vs. Kirby Unlimited Royale, because you can see you have more info there. Also, I will be recovering those 3 characters and what they can do. So we're recovering Blue Bomberman. Let's go with him first. Now with Blue Bomberman, so you can say that he's pretty much the brainiac of the bunch. He actually uses his sleep so he become more smarter. So basically, he's more or less the smartest guy in the universe, so meaning he should know every single math equation out there. I mean, I wish I was that smart, knowing every single math equation. I mean, who wouldn't want that? You could probably get an A+ in 12th grade. Also, probably due to being that smart, meaning he can know every single science, history, and even everything that the mankind should know, but he done first. So meaning he should be the smartest person in the entire universe. Yeah, he's pretty smart, but he sleeps a lot. I mean, a lot. Now let's go with Bomberman. Well, I can say about him is that he's basically like Knuckles. Less talk, more fighting. And probably the strongest one in the bunch, actually, due to the fact that he really likes exploding with his bombs, and then White Bomberman and the other Bomberman combined. So, meaning that he should be the strongest still. So, that's pretty much good to know. Now with Black Bomberman, we can say that he's one of the most experienced of all the bunch being on par with White Bomberman since he's been here since Bomberman 2. Good to know. And also, did you know that red, blue, and black Bomberman are able to turn into fire? Literally fire. And you can extinguish any kind of bomb. And get this, he's a leader and a criminal for being a fraud and stealing. Now that's for 3 years in jail and $100,000 in fine. But I guess he's a good guy, so that's fine. But everyone has their weaknesses, of course. First of all, Team Bomberman can be attacked with their own bombs. Second, Blue Bomberman is too sleepy at the point that, the world is ending and people are dying, basically. But, at certain times, like getting a sleepy pillow will be totally fine. Yeah, I'll do that for $1 million. And so we're Red Bomberman at times can be a little, I'm gonna get this guy, but doesn't really know it's a trap or not. But he goes for it anyway. So at points like this, he can be smart, but not really. He just wants to fight. Like Black Bomberman, he doesn't want to fight a girl. That's literally it. That's literally his dislikes. He doesn't like fighting girls. I mean, that's relatable. But overall, Team Bomberman is one of the strongest teams in their universe, and they're being well protected by them at all costs. If there's evil, they'll come and get it.
Looks like it's down to us to save the universe. Come on, everyone. Bomberman Brothers, let's go! I said, let's go!
Just another 24 hours, 52 minutes.
But what about our packed lunches? I can't take part in any violence. But I'm scared.
Just get in!
And so, the battle between the Bomberman Brothers and the Bugler Army begins. White must fight to restore intergalactic peace. The Bomberman Brothers must fight to find some enthusiasm. The fate of the entire universe rests on your shoulders. Or something like that.
So Best Jumper is doing a Kirby versus Bomberman video, and I'm gonna predict Kirby will win. So why do I think Kirby will win? Well, because me and Kirbo actually had a conversation, and he actually gave me some screenshots from Star Allies that point to Kirby being 6-dimensional. Like how Void Termina exists in all dimensions, and another dimension is higher dimensions. Maybe the higher dimensions one, it isn't specifically pointing to that. That's some pretty big crap. Even if you lowball Kirby, you should at least be 4D to 5D. Then again, Kirby beat Magolor. Magolor created a dimension beyond space and time. And don't even get me started with Galactonite and Stardream. Stardream created an extra-dimensional road. In fiction, I've said this multiple times. Well, this is my second time, but anyways, in fiction, extra-dimensional can mean 4D to 5th dimensional. I know Bomberman is like super powerful and stuff, but what about Bomberman? I seriously don't know a lot about Bomberman. I mean, I heard someone say that he's hyper-versatile once, but I don't know. But I don't know if I agree with that claim. But he has defeated people who have infinite power and who are like gonna destroy dimensions, just like Kirby. You know, Bomberman bosses are just like as powerful as Kirby's if you think about it. This will be a really close match, but I think ultimately I would have to give it to Kirby.
And the winner is Team Bomberman. Okay, I need to talk about 3 important things of reason why of Team Bomberman winning. Number 1, the Angel of Creation and Judgment. Okay, so I know you're gonna say, he's like multi-universal, but listen here, I want you to listen, okay? He is multiversal. I can prove it, because in the game itself, it states that there's another universe other than Bomberman's universe. And the reason why they want to destroy this universe because it's imperfection. But Bomberman proved that it's not. And that's why the Bomberman universe isn't destroyed. So, Meaning that, yeah, of course, that they want to destroy the universe, but does it mean they have to? I mean, they could just create other universes, like proven here in this image. And number two, within number one, is that, people think that Lord Termina is multiversal because it states that he can destroy worlds. And people think that other people can be at least multiversals because they're traveling throughout dimensions. Okay, I want you to also listen to this. They're not multiversal. It just means they can travel through dimensions. They're actually universal. Right, this image right here, I will read out to you, okay? Listen again. Characters can affect or create or destroy an infinitely sized universe. This is usually exhibited through explosions, implosions, an omnidirectional energy blast or shock wave that encompasses all the stars or planets within a reality. Okay, so we can see here that, yeah, we never see him actually affecting, create, destroy an infinity-sized universe, except for Galactic Knight, which he can actually affect and actually bring out and use it to attack Kirby with, but we never actually see him do it in other universes. Actually, multiple of them actually. You only see him once, and he has to recover it, and then has to do it again, meaning he can't do it repeatedly. And also, with Lord Termina, yeah, no, we never see him do it at ever. We never see him actually create or affect it at all. Number two, Bandit AD. Okay, I know this is weird, but hear me out. We only see Bandit AD as we play as him or see him in the games. But to clearly see that, yeah, he is a boss, but we never see him actually doing more than just like throwing spears and attacking Kirby. And plus, he was destroyed by Kirby as seen as a footage here. And plus, he is the most less experienced player in the group. So, that could actually be a downfall for Team Kirby, making Team Bomberman have the advantage of overpowering them. Because all four of the Bomberman team can scale each other since they took each other's hits. While Bandit AD is one of the weakest, so make it up of a 4v3 moment. So meaning that they take a point in this as well. Outliers. Okay, so I want you to listen to me, okay? I mentioned worlds on my first point, okay? They're not multiversal, nor either solar system level, because we don't know if they're the one or the other. So if we just say multiversal, but what proof, okay? We never see him actually causing destruction in the universe. We see Malgor doing that. Do we ever see solar system level feats? Heck no! We never see him actually doing that either, so please stop saying that he can actually destroy worlds and being the guy who destroys all, because are we really sure about that? Because I'm pretty sure all the Kirby bosses in the games cause all destruction. Overall, Team Kirby takes versatility, lifting strength, and better arsenal, but let's be real here. Team Bomberman takes strength, power, speed, durability, and better experience with his teammates. So the winner is Bomberman. I'm sorry, Team Bomberman. Next time on an Unlimited Royale. But this time, it's only one characters only.